Tatiana walked to the garden where her mother was painting a portrait, as she loved to do as of late. The morning was Tatiana's favorite of all times of the day. Things looked prettier and smelled new, she thought as she made her way to the painting easel. Juliet's old hands worked diligently, efficiently. They knew exactly where to work on the canvas and precisely how to sweep the colors chosen. "Morning!" Juliet caught her daughter's look of concern out of her peripheral. "Oui, mon ange. To you too. Did you sleep well?" Juliet knew the answer was no. However, this was her way of prodding for answers. Tatiana stood by Juliet, fidgeting with her thread on her pajama bottoms.
"No, actually, the figurines stared a hole in my pillow all night."
Juliet suggested. "Why do you not put them in the storage chest, Tati?" Tatiana sighed.
Because seeing them every day reminds me of my failures and my need to figure this whole thing out."
Juliet put her paintbrushes down and looked at Tatiana. "Do not put so much pressure on yourself, mon petit chou. It will cause you ulcers. You will learn self-control. This I promise you. Putting yourself down and pressuring yourself will not help you get to that place."
"You're right, Mimi. I just can't look at myself in the mirror right now because I made such a mess of everything."
She swatted herself as she felt a mosquito enjoy its breakfast on her neck. "Hey, Mimi, can I ask you something?" This question stole Juliet's attention from the easel and onto her daughter. "But of course."
"What happens to us Fae on Earth when we die?"
Juliet let the question settle. She heard the pond's water lap as she proceeded to answer. "We go the way humanity used to before the corruption of Grimm and Celeste."
"So we just teleport to the Garden of Life and a rose replaces us here on Earth?"
This was hopeful, Tatiana thought. A way she would very much enjoy ending her time on Earth. At least she could count on one good thing happening to her before she departs from the planet. "Oui, unless we have the misfortune of having the demonic path chosen for us. Then we simply stop existing after death altogether."
"Well, that sucks. Hey, I have something else to ask you. Mort shared some peculiar news with me, and I was hoping you could confirm it."
"Whatever could Mortimer tell you that was strange, mon ange?"
"Well, he claims he saw his parents' ghosts in the debris of his home."
Tatiana chuckled inwardly as the thought of speaking about anything supernatural just a month ago would have been crazy talk. Now, it was a day-to-day occurrence. Juliet made a mental note that it had been years since she had a run-in with a ghost. "How dreadful. I see." She urged Tatiana to sit by the edge of the pond to continue their conversation. Tatiana complied. The water was lukewarm and welcoming.
"So, you believe him too?"
"Oui. There are souls waiting for Reaper's harvest."
"That's what they told Mortimer. But how come, Mimi? Why did the Reaper just leave them here on Earth? Do they have unfinished business before Grimm collects them?"
Juliet laughed hysterically. "Oh, no. It is just a romantic tale humans have created for the phenomenon. However, there is a much simpler explanation and much less fantastic than unfinished business here on Earth." Tatiana loved Juliet but hated her melodramatic pauses. "Okay." "Tati, the Reaper, as you know, is not a supernatural like you or I, and he is not omnipresent. He is a man that has stolen the very essence of the Fae because of dark magic. But he is but one man trying to keep the schedule to collect thousands of souls a day. If a person dies before their scheduled date of death, they have to wait for him to collect them."
"Wait, are you saying it wasn't time for Mort's parents to die? Are you implying someone murdered them?"
This thought shook Tatiana to her core. "Perhaps it was murder," Juliet said matter-of-factly. Tatiana absorbed the newfound knowledge.
"Sweet jiggly pandas. So how long do they wait?"
"Depends on the Reaper's needs. If he is needing more souls to raise his power source, then they will be harvested soon. If not, they may have to wait until the actual date of departure."
Juliet cut their conversation short in response to the neighbor's gardener waving over the bushes at her. Juliet blushed, excused herself, and made her way over to him. Tatiana was left confused. The random end to the conversation was unlike Juliet. What was this all about, she thought.